I wanted to be someone who was known for writing the greatest songs of all time, for having a voice that I liked. Karen. Don't waste your time on me. Karen. Don't waste your time on me. Can't you see? You need somebody who will help you belong. You need somebody who will help you be strong. But Karen, that person isn't me.
Yes,
Hey, Karen. Okay. I hope I die before I get old. Talking about my generation, Karen. Maybe I will get fooled a couple of more times. Here is the new boss. Same as the old guy. Can't you see? You need somebody who will help you belong. You need somebody who will help you be strong. But Karen, that person isn't me.
Yes,
I love that song.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes. I want to thank our listener, Danny Yost, for sampling and regurgitating that piece of beautiful music.
That's the great. I think that could be the great. That reminds me of my friend said when he was first got high. My friend Bill Kaufman, he said when he first got high and heard "Break On Through to the Other Side" come on the radio.
Yeah,
that's the feeling I got when I could hear those. I mean, this is a hit. I don't know how we're going to cut Yost out of it because we have to. And by the way, are you related to the Eddie Yost? Has he answered that?
I haven't asked him.
I think that's a baseball player. But unbelievable. And first of all, what are you singing when you go ah?
Yes, and
and now. He took your singing of Karen, right? That's all your voice. You didn't mess around. That's you, right?
I think there was some pitch. I'm guessing there had to be a little bit of pitch modulation, a little auto-tune, but it's,
Yeah. Well, I can't imagine that the out-of-tune society wouldn't have called put out something without it being modulated.
But thank you for that.
Thank you.
It made us both laugh hard.
And not only laugh hard, I can't get that song out of my head.
It's earwormy. It really is.
You need someone who will help you. The other thing is the part of it, or the Jimmy Morrison. What's his name?
Jim Morrison?
Is that really his name? It's
From
Jim
the Doors?
Morrison, right?
From the Doors?
But Jimi Hendrix as well, right?
Well, that would be a different musician, yes. Not exactly what game we're playing here. Not sure.
Okay, keep it in mind.
I'll take Brocker's name Jim for 300.
Okay. This is the earliest time in our podcast history. I haven't smoked any pot in the last 3 hours. And I forgot what we were talking about. That quick. It went that quick.
We were talking about Karen.
But
so that's why I put it at the beginning, because I'm sure some of you have already repeated it twice.
Yeah, please go back. Go back and listen to it. I love the way you predict what the listeners will do.
I think I know some of our listeners pretty well at this point.
Yes, Josh. I was on the Late Show with David Letterman. Thank you for asking.
Oh, because it looks like you went and were in the audience.
No, this is a shirt that they would give you when I got 8 of these shirts and I got bumped.
Okay,
that's where I got.
That's
this
a bump shirt.
Yeah, it's a bump shirt. I got 8 of them.
Do you get no shirts for when you're on? You only get shirts for being bumped?
Well, my bumping scenario was such a fame. It made the papers. It was such a classic rube that I was, where I came into the big trailer outside. They were doing 2 shows at the time.
Yeah.
And there was what's his name? Who is that guy who sings but nobody likes his voice? He sings no, besides me. He sings like the Sinatra. He's like our generation Sinatra kind of.
Harry Connick Jr.
Exactly. But I love Sinatra is the difference. No, he's great. I love him. No, I don't like him. Why did I say that? But I got bumped for him doing a song about his newborn child, and I came into the bus, and all my parents were there, and my manager was there, and Zoe Freeman was there. And I said, "What? Why are you guys all looking at me? You gonna bump me? Huh?"
Sure enough.
And so he said, Zoe Freeman, who is the daughter of Bud Freeman and Silver Freeman.
Yes.
She said that made her feel worse that I came on. That what? Why is everybody looking that way? Are you gonna bump me?
You know it's bad when you're the daughter of Silver and Bud Friedman and you can feel worse.
Now wait a second. Now, Zoe, don't listen to that. I
assure you, she's not listening.
Zoe, I would have loved to have been Bud Friedman's son. I would have liked him to say, "Get out of the way," while I was coming out of the womb. Out of the hall. How would that joke work? You know, when Bud Friedman, when my wife was giving birth, Bud Friedman was there going,
"Clear the hall, clear the hall."
Why would the baby go so far out to the hall?
Well, it was still pretty. It was a nice connection you made.
And then that was when if I said this before on the show, just cut it out, but that's when my mother said what I think is the classic line that I've heard about being bumped. I said, "Mom, they bumped me." And she said, "Andy, why don't they call it what it really is? Breaking the promise."
Did you really say that?
And I have to say that I saw my dad look upset.
Yeah.
And he never would, he would never portray that.
Had you been on already when this happened?
No.
Okay, so this was number one.
This was my first time on 11. And they never came to the studio after that because they were worried about jinxing it.
Really?
Yeah.
So it had its benefits.
1996.
Wow. How long was it between number 1 and 2?
4 years, because don't you know this from my Rise and Fall story? What's it called? The Before and After? The Rise and Fall of Andy Kindler?
Which part are we in?
Well, you know, like well, now we're in the fall, okay, regardless of whether there was a rise or not. But I had done Letterman in 1996. I was bitterly disappointed. I felt terrible. Even a couple of people contacted Bruce and said, "Well, he didn't look as relaxed as he normally would." Thank you. Thank you. And then I didn't get on for 4 more years. When I came on in 2000, I said, I was here in 1996. I'm here again 4 years later. I just want to tell you, I can't live on this kind of money. Boom, bang, boom, boom. Explosions in the stratosphere. The Andy Kindler, and that's when, I guess, the fame ended or the fame started?
That was the rocket sled ride igniting.
You are not going to, first of all, ever be able to pitch this show, because they're going to say to you, "Where's the rise?" You can't do Rise and Fall without an amazing rise.
Right. The surprising buoyancy of Andy Kindler.
It was heady times when he did the Young Comedian special at age 37. Whatever. It was like, there was never a point, I'm sure you had this, but there was never a time when it was like, every door's open. It's only up to me if I'm going to go through it.
Well, you know, when I was like 20-year-old wonderkind writer, it's like people wanted to help me then. Right.
Oh, yeah.
That you know, those doors are gone now.
What do you mean, like older comics?
Yeah, other writers, you know, when someone who comes with skills at that age, people are excited to help them out.
Well, that's the thing, is that people love, even I, as I get older, hate the fact that I'm old. Yeah. I love youth.
Youth is good.
Yeah, you know, it's like,
in a very vampiric way.
A lot of times you say to me, "Andy, would you like to get coffee?" And it's like, I'm getting coffee with people in their 20s now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What's the point of me?
I've made a lot of younger friends in the last few years.
What else are we going to do? It's our only chance.
It hasn't been quite that mercenary, but it's happened.
You know how many times I've said to an actual comic, "Will you take care of me when things aren't going well?" You know, like a motion picture home, whatever it takes.
Right.
Whatever it takes, I want. But that's a little desperate.
You think?
They all say they will take care of me, though.
Well, that's good.
Because why does it hurt them in the moment to say?
Exactly. They figure you won't live till then.
Now, you just got back. This was an exciting week.
Very exciting week.
Because I only was able to communicate with you through Twitter in a certain way.
Yeah.
Like, you told me that your 5-minute chunk about cancer was up. I didn't even hear you when you said it.
Yeah.
Then I just happened to be going to your Twitter page.
Yeah.
So you said it. I go, "Oh, that's wonderful." And then I completely forgot about that. I went to your Twitter page. Boom. There it is. The 5 minutes is up. It could be your pinned tweet for all I know.
It was my pinned tweet, yes.
And also, at the same time, you're in Minneapolis. I see one of the announcements says, just tickets left to one show.
Yeah.
Well, how come I never sold out? I never sold out a show at Acme Comedy Company, and I'm a specific. I don't care if you think my name is big or small. I'm a specific name, as opposed to the hey. Of course we're sold out of the. We just came up with this 20 minutes of material night. Right. No, that we want to get to. Andy Kindler, not so much.
That kind of writes itself, doesn't it?
Was it really sold out on all the weekend shows?
The early shows were both for sure sold out. I think 3 out of 4 sold out. So
take us down. First of all, I know exactly what your week was like.
Yeah.
You got there Tuesday.
Yeah.
Nervous as a Nelly, chomping at the bit,
absolutely.
Or champing. Is it champing at the bit?
I was chomping at the bit.
Well, I think you're supposed to champ.
No, I'm pretty sure it's chomping.
Okay, well, chomp the bit. And you're there. And the second day, Wednesday, I'm sure, or was it Thursday that you did the podcast, the Acme podcast?
I think we did it Wednesday this week. Yeah.
And all of you guys?
He did 2 sets of 2. I did it with Cy Amundsen.
Oh.
So it's called the No Laugh Track podcast. If you want to hear it, it's
the No Laugh Track podcast
from Acme Comedy.
From Acme Comedy Company. And I recommend the podcast in general.
Yeah,
because I've been on a couple of episodes.
Every week they have that week's headliner on the podcast.
I know the episodes I've been on. Funny.
We did one together last year.
Oh, I forgot that. Did anything happen for me from that? This is my new character.
Yeah, you paled.
In comparison?
Yes.
So, how did your first night go? Or tell me anything. You can tell me anything going into the week.
I'll take you through the week the best I can.
Got there Monday.
First, got there Monday, had dinner with my brother and 2 of his kids.
And your brother said about me, your brother immediately asked,
how's Andy?
Yes, that's my pal.
Yes.
How old are his kids now, or are you not allowed to say?
He's got one who's 18, who's just accepted to Columbia University.
Me too. I was in Columbia. I went to Columbia.
Yeah, not the
That's
broadcasting school.
Oh, it's not the broadcast school?
No. And the other one, I believe, is I'm going to go 9.
Oh my
Maybe
God!
8.
Do you not know your own niece and nephews? This is the most depressing thing I've ever heard. I know when my nephew was born.
Okay.
I know when my niece.
Okay, go ahead. Go for it.
1981, my niece was born. I don't remember the other kids.
Okay, thanks.
There's 2 boys.
Back to me.
There's 2 boys. One is named Juniper, and the other one is named Jew. So, whose kids are we talking about now?
Yeah, see? Why even...
No, whose kids are we... Remind me. I'll be right back into this conversation.
I'm going to wait.
Your brother.
Yes.
And what'd you guys have? Just a regular, anything I would have liked the meal?
Market Barbecue. A very standard spot.
I went to Market Barbecue with you.
Yes.
And I just want to tell you that. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. I haven't thought about it for 1 second. It was not my childhood's favorite place to go.
Yeah.
Is what I think the problem
But you
was.
still made sort of stone.
I did. Was I stoned there? I was pretty high when I went there. Did we have somebody else from the club with us when we went there?
Yes, we had the opener.
Yeah. The opener. We only even call people by their name when we play.
Well, I can't remember his name.
All right. Okay. Okay, choo-choo. First of all, he
was Muslim, and I remember it was 2 Jews and a Muslim eating pork.
Which always is, well, I've always eaten pork. But, okay, so Market Barbecue.
And then Tuesday was the first show. And it was, Tuesday I had breakfast with Matt Goldman. Do you remember Matt Goldman?
Of course, yeah. It's been a long time. Many years since I've seen him.
Yes, he's back in Minneapolis writing novels.
Oh.
Like detective novels.
Me too. I write a lot of detective novels.
Yes, Andy, you do.
Yeah, but I haven't got, can you get a contact number for me?
His get published.
No, mine are too.
Oh, okay,
What is it called
Andy?
when you get a stapler and you staple 70 or 80 pages together?
The state of the industry address.
It's not that long.
He was hugely helped when I first moved to LA. He was one of the He was one of my sponsor guys. He was a Minneapolis comic who came out and became a TV writer.
And what did he write? What shows did he write for?
He wrote on a bunch. He did a couple of Diane English shows like Love and War, and
he's also. I remember him being a great guy.
Very great guy, and he helped me get my first agent out here, so it was nice to see.
He didn't help me do anything. That's the thing. That just shows you what a human being I am.
Yeah. This is a really fun rhythm. Every time I say something, you have to relate it.
Thank you. I'm auditioning to be a talk show host.
Yeah.
And can I use this for my reel?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I use it for my reel?
I don't know.
Can I use it? I wanted to interrupt you. Where'd you eat? Now, the last question I'm going to do. Interruption question. Where did you eat with Matt Goldman?
The Egg and I, one of my classic breakfast spots.
You never told me about this place. Where is it?
Some things I like to keep.
You need a car to get to this place, right?
Yeah.
That's the problem. When I go to Minneapolis, I stay at the same hotel you're at, except people are, jamming the room and the paparazzi, and it's a party the whole week by the pool.
Yeah.
That's all I go is I walk around. That's all I do. But this Egg and I is in what part of Minneapolis?
In uptown Minneapolis.
And is it good?
Yeah, but it's mostly, it's not that much better than
the Market Barbecue.
No, the Market Barbecue is good, and you can go fuck yourself on that. But,
no, the place near the club is.
But breakfast, it's breakfast food.
I think breakfast food is underrated as a restaurant choice.
I think if you can't make breakfast food, you don't have a business being a restaurant. Yes,
but if you can make breakfast food, I wish you nachas and mazel.
Yes.
I don't think I've gone to places and I do not like the breakfast.
No, there's bad, but they should close. Is my point.
True. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Were you nervous this Tuesday?
I was very nervous the Tuesday because I had, just a whole lot of, didn't know what was a funny notion, what was a joke, what was, or how much time I actually had.
How come you didn't know that?
Because how would you know?
Oh, I thought they said 20 minutes, 20 minutes.
Yeah, but it's all material you've never done before, so you don't, it's just...
Oh, you didn't know how much material you had.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I didn't know if I had 30, I didn't know, or 10.
Right. So. You didn't factor in. I always factor in half the time for laughs.
Yeah. So you would have had some trouble. It was, so I had, once the first night, that was the first hurdle. Do I have enough material? Do I have enough new material that I care about working on this week? And I cleared that hurdle the first night. So,
who was the first comic out of the shoot?
Tim Slagle, whose show it is.
Right. So he was.
He emceed and did the first 20 every night. So.
Oh wow!
And then we drew lots for the order for each of the rest of the shows, and it was Cy Amundsen and Carmen Lynch were the other two comics.
And was that and
Carmen, both were hilarious.
Did she say hello to me? I hope one of these people did.
And yes, she did.
She's great.
In fact, because her boyfriend was dealing with apnea issues, I even put her on I put her onto the podcast to hear the Andy Kindler take on apnea.
How do you know which one to recommend?
I did. I showed her because they were in the descriptions, because that's how compelling we are.
Does her boyfriend is he using anything now, or he just discovered he has issues?
I think he's just he's on the front end of this.
I want to get into this money that, they have that Cedric the Entertainer.
Yeah.
And he says he's got diabetes or something like that. I hear, if you've got I hear you or I feel you.
You could be the Wilford Brimley.
Yeah.
Of CPAP.
If you haven't slept since 1975, I've been there. Something like that. I've been there. See if you can.
I used to wake up 62 times a minute.
I've been there. No one cares about my apnea or my OCD.
But the combination is powerful. Together. And so then we, after each show we'd give, everyone would sit and watch everybody and write taglines and
that must have been a little hard.
And so
every night
after the show we'd meet and do that. And then he would have in the next day he would have daytime sessions where if you wanted to request a line from anybody.
Did you utilize that?
Not really. I kind of was faking just to have something to say, and that was kind of true of everybody. It's it's nice when people give you these tags, but at some point you need to ingest them and put your make your own thing. So by Thursday we were all kind of maybe instead of a daytime writing session we can all just go woodshed on our own, because.
Were you supposed to all meet in an area during the day?
Yeah, it was meet at night and meet at the day.
Oh, that's a rough one.
It was a little, by midweek, it's we all kind of knew what our mission was, You could see what your set was shaping up to be. You could see where the holes were, and you just kind of needed time to sit and figure them out, you know, and trim out fat and, So,
was everyone scared earlier in the week, or is everyone
Yeah, of course, everyone's nervous. Cy Amundsen was, he has super confidence on stage. and you know, and so, you know, his commitment came before the material even, you know, so, so which is a gift.
That is a gift. I had never had that gift.
And, so, you know, all week he had the confidence, and then throughout the course of the week, the material filled in really nicely. And Carmen Lynch is, you know, a really good joke writer and really funny. So she had tons of stuff. And you know, and I felt good. By Saturday, I went out without notes. I did.
Without notes?
Yeah.
You told me to never go out without notes now. And now you're doing, I see. You're doing it to make me fail. Oh, why does Kindler have notes? And you go, I don't know. I told him that's not professional.
Again, you're relating it to yourself in an unhealthy way. And
I guess so.
Off the
I guess so.
story.
But let's not. Is there material that you will now use in your Back to LA set?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And do you think the club? I mean, I think it's a great idea.
I sent you a copy of the set, by the way, tonight. I emailed you a copy of the set.
Oh, okay.
So I actually want to hear what you think.
You didn't want it before this podcast, though, did you?
Well, that wouldn't have hurt.
Wouldn't have hurt.
but I didn't send it with enough lead time to expect it.
Oh, I can't wait to get out my Sharpie.
But it was super fun, and I had fun meeting various people. You know, it was one of those trips where I had good lunches with people. I got like a 30-year-old apology from somebody.
What was that about?
I can't get too into it. It was sort of.
How much can you get into it?
It was Mystery Science Theater related.
Oh, okay.
And it was an unnecessary but welcome apology.
Very cool. Okay, I won't go further into it. Normally, I would like to learn more, but that is going to be too revelatory in this case.
Yeah, but it felt pretty good because I was kind of owed it from this person.
Wow! And were you surprised to get it?
Yeah, because I didn't, you know.
You never thought about it anymore?
I wasn't living with it anymore. I've shed all of, you know, with the exception of Jim Mallon, who was the executive producer of the show.
No one talks to.
He's the only grudge I hold anymore. But that's a whole different thing.
Is that really a whole different thing? Your one-man show about how this guy was a sociopath? Now, this does, no, that's Jim. I got two things confused. The person who apologized to you.
Yeah.
That to me shows personal growth in that person.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's always surprising, either on Twitter. I had a thing on Twitter that was like, I don't even know I can't even tell you what the guy had said. But he was like, oh, I hope I haven't hurt he's like, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I like your comment. And I was like, I couldn't even remember what it was. I said, please, under no conditions, feel bad. Because whatever I had copied, linked a tweet was gone.
Right.
So that's a good thing for me.
It is.
In general growth.
The grudge that got away.
That could be a good children's book.
It could be.
Andy always held. I don't know.
The grudges you'll hold.
Oh, the grudges you hold. Can you believe that guy sat in your seat? I don't know why it's like Andy Rooney doing it.
I don't know. Because you can't come to grips with the fact that it's your own voice.
I love my voice, but others aren't. You know what I'm saying? I thought my voice would
be
Karen. Don't waste your time on me, Karen.
But I also I ran into Scott Day, I remember I told you the story about the time I bailed on the set after Eddie Griffin at the Belly Room.
I think I know Scott.
He used to book the Comedy Store years ago.
Oh, okay.
And so I told you that story. Do you
recall? I don't think so. Tell me the story.
Well, the listeners will. So now we're in a quandary.
Oh, okay.
but it was an embarrassing thing where this was before cell phones. So he had called me and left me a message.
I don't remember this at all.
He's called me and left a message saying, "Hey, you have a set tonight at the Belly Room."
I do remember.
Yeah. So long story short, I walk into the Belly Room and I hadn't called him back. I just went down to the club. And so he didn't know for sure that I got the message. So I walk into the club, and he listens to this show, by the way. Hi, Scott. So, and Eddie Griffin's on stage in front of an all-black audience, and it's it is the stereotype of a black comic killing in front of a black audience. Like, couldn't be harder, couldn't be more convulsive.
Right.
He couldn't be going longer.
Yeah, these people are literally having physical trouble.
Yes.
And were you supposed to go on after him?
And so I go over and look at the list, and it says Eddie Griffin, and then just below it says Josh Weinstein. And I don't know that I even stopped to consider it for more than 30 seconds before turning around and just walking out the door and getting in my car.
Were you scared that Scott would have seen you?
Yeah, I just figured, okay, he doesn't know I'm here. Just get the fuck out.
That's so good.
And it's the only time I've ever bailed on a set, and I don't regret it.
I don't regret it either because
I'm embarrassed a little bit, but I don't regret it.
No,
it couldn't. It
couldn't go well.
Nothing good could have come from it. So I got to sort of laugh about it with him in person the other day and tell him to fuck himself for putting me in that slot. And he was like, "Well, you asked for a set."
Let's keep it going one more time for Eddie Griffin, everybody.
Right.
You know what bothers me? Ambivalence.
Have you ever been to North Dakota?
Hey, don't you hate when you get a stain on your shirt and you'd use your Tide bleach pen and it doesn't work?
Yeah.
Get him. He's dead. Kill him.
So it was fun. So did you watch the cancer set? Going back to
No,
that?
I have not watched it.
Okay, you just retweeted it. Okay.
Now I have 2 sets to watch.
So, but because you retweeted it, I came back to my hotel.
And favorited it.
And favored
that
I couldn't give a shit about. Yes. Ooh,
I always think I'm doing something extra with that.
Right.
Oh, he liked it a lot.
But I came back because you retweeted it. Judd Apatow saw it.
Really?
And retweeted it.
Whoa!
With this note, because I wrote the strange. My thing is this. My tweet is with the thing attached is the strange optimism of being a comic. Yes, I had cancer, but I got 5 minutes out of it. So Judd writes. Retweets it with the caption, "You actually got over 6 minutes. Great, thoughtful comedy. I've known you for 19 years. I've never seen you do stand-up. You're awesome. And you wrote the punk episode of Freaks and Geeks. What more can you do?"
This is the greatest news.
Then
my God.
It took me every bit of power not to masturbate to that tweet.
No, but I assumed that as soon as you saw there was a reply from him, you began to masturbate. That is such a
it was after I came back from the club, and it was just I felt really good, and then I was like, okay, now I'm full of myself, and I'm having a hard time going to bed.
Now let me ask you this: now he knew that you were stand-up, right?
Yeah, but he just never seen me.
He never saw you do it.
Yeah.
Wow, that is such amazing news.
Yeah, I mean,
What do you mean you're moving on to? What are you going to do?
I don't think it's like opening a new chapter, but it was really nice.
No, I think you should call. I think you should call him early and every day, and say, look. You like the set? Let's talk. Let's talk turkey.
Right.
Let's make a. That is such cool. That is such cool because that's also you don't want you don't want people who when you're writing on a show and you're a stand up, you don't really kind of want them to see you then kind of.
Right.
You don't want them to see you if they don't want to see you.
Right. Well, unfortunately, I just don't feel like I've been any good until the last 5 years.
Well, that's another false belief that if it was a part of me. It would be a crushing belief I have to get rid of. With you, it's just something you simply acknowledge or you believe, but doesn't hurt you so much.
Right. Well, I have this weird thing because, like this set, and I want you to watch it because I'm actually like genuinely proud of it, and I am finally over the edge where I'm going to go book club weeks, and I'm actually, people are going to actually help me and stuff do that.
As opposed to me? I've been somewhat
not
helpful.
As opposed to you. It's not always about you.
Are you sure? Because I keep saying to Susan, I think you're wrong about this. I think it is all about me. She goes, no, I'm telling you that I have a problem. I said, you do, but aren't you in a sense me?
Is this to Susan or me?
No, I was just going on with the joke.
So, yeah, no, I'm finally at a point where it's like I have to now.
Oh, now I have to write down. Listen, watch Josh's set. Watch. Now, when you say Josh's set, is it apostrophe H? S? Josh's.
Yes.
Okay. When is it not? When the person's last name is S? No, doesn't matter. I read that Dr. Seuss.
If there's more than one Josh.
Oh, but what if it's Dr. Seuss's book? Right?
Then you'll have Noshes with your Joshes.
Oh, my God. This is going to be so good.
And wear some galoshes.
Why don't we do this? We'll do Andy Kindler, I don't know why you're the one who came up with it. And Josh Weinstein and Andy Kindler do Dr. Seuss in some way.
Oh, the grudges you'll hold.
Oh, the grudges you'll hold. Who's this man? His name is Stan. I didn't like Stan when I was a boy. He took one of my toys. Now I will poison his soup. Now I will hit him over the head with a shovel. Why? Burp.
He wouldn't eat the soup.
I did peek at an email today. I don't know if I was supposed to.
Oh, what, an email or a tweet?
A tweet.
Yeah.
No, maybe an email. And it was about, maybe it was an email that I thought I was going to answer that I didn't answer yet, but it was about them enjoying what are we doing? We're doing a new play, one of the episodes. We did a play.
I have no idea.
Yes, come on. No, it was, they enjoyed Mr. Weinstein.
Yes.
Missed that whole bit.
Ah.
It was being.
Yes.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll find,
It has to ring
we'll
a bell.
find some way to bring it up again.
Well, you could play somebody else's podcast as an example.
Hold on one sec. Yes.
You're very lucky that I'm not. No one knows this because I don't reveal the seams. But you went to. I'm going to tell people, regardless of what you say, you went to turn the air conditioning on. And I have to tell you something. I just had a new air conditioner put in my apartment today.
Yeah.
And I could derail this entire podcast by going off of what we were talking about and recounting the entire day in boring specificity.
Yeah.
But you did help me get it, and I want to thank you.
Was it the people I recommended?
It was not the people that you recommended.
So
but
then I wasn't much help then.
No, you were helped because I knew what not to do. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
No, so it was good. Hey, what were we talking about when you left? No, don't make my problem your problem. It was a 1 minute break though. That's enough for me to have remembered half my life and forgotten half my life.
Well, what's your next item?
Oh, no. What I did was that annoying thing where, it took us off of what the thought spiral was. I thought this was your whole idea for the show originally, was people would love the joyous circling back. They would find it charming that I wouldn't shut my mouth and let anybody get in a word edgewise. Where's an interviewer today who's not afraid to not interview the person? There should be more interviewers like me, don't you think? Yes, it's true. It's true. You know what the problem with most interviews are? Too much of the person being interviewed. When I interview people, people go, what's his angle gonna be?
It's really very Leno-ish. It's good.
It doesn't hurt me anymore because I actually think of Jay Leno now and I don't think of him negatively anymore.
Really? Let me remind you.
Oh, yeah, forget about it. Well, I don't think of him positively.
You're Leno neutral?
No, I'm Leno neutral. Okay, let me see. So you went there, and what else happened this week?
I spent 2 hours at the vet with my dog and his back problem today.
And I thought, you said your dog's back, and I said to you, did your dog throw his back at it?
It's Clyde.
We could say Clyde, right?
Sure.
Because I
don't use him as a password.
No, I don't want him to be stalked by the paparazzi. Clyde, do you have any? You said you took your dog to the vet, and I said, did he throw his back out? And you said yes.
Yes.
Now, how is that even how would you know? How do you know it's not a Dr. Sarno thing, where it's all on the dog's head?
It was the X-rays that did it.
Oh, okay. So what's out?
He's got. It seems like some sort of kind of calcified, sort of slightly arthritic-y kind of a back thing going on.
How old is Clyde?
He's like 8 and change.
Well, he's got a life to go, right?
Yes, God willing.
So,
but it's very stressful when the dog's in distress.
Well, because you love your dog.
We love the dog deeply and madly, and you feel bad for them because they can't express themselves. So,
but stereotypically, you're Jewish, and the other part of it is if you wanted to turn this into a bit,
hopefully he doesn't have cancer.
How much is it? How much is it? I love my dog. How much is it going to cost?
Yes.
That's the bit I would not stop doing.
Yeah.
If I had a dog.
Well, I've been hit with some pretty slap in the face dog bills over the years.
What is the highest bill that you got slapped in the face with?
$5,000.
What was that for?
That was for a new cruciate ligament for my last dog.
You should get a clone dog for that kind of money.
Good, I think. Not a good one, but.
They actually did arthroscopic surgery on your dog?
It wasn't, not arthroscopic, no.
It's kind of funny when I said arthroscopic. And is it one of our dogs that we are currently experiencing?
No, it was Larry.
Oh, I would have spared no expense.
Yeah, you can't.
No, you can't. Where do you draw the line?
And then Clyde, when we first got him, he was $4,000 to $5,000 in pneumonia.
Unbelievable.
Like the week we got him.
I could give you 3 dogs.
We could have taken him back, but they would have killed him. So
I could have given you 4 dogs who just had a cold for that kind of money. How do you deal with dog pneumonia?
You pump them full of intravenous antibiotics for a week, basically.
Did you ever hear my dog? I got the dog pneumonia and the boogie. I've got the dog pneumonia. I'm sure I could have something funny if I started out with. I've got the puppy pneumonia and the woof woof.
Nice work, Cap.
Oh.
So how was your week?
How was your week? Now, my week was unbelievable. First of all, one thing it's very sad is our room, the room closed that Andy Kindler's particular show was in.
Right. We talked about that last week.
Oh, God damn it. Why you ask me that if it's not, you don't want to hear from things 2 weeks ago? And then what else? Okay, well, I don't know. It's very hard for me.
Did you go to a Dynasty typewriter this week?
I did Dynasty typewriter, and I had a lot of fun time doing it. And this is where I start to go, is this the wrong question to ask? Is it the right? I had a good set. I hear that area is not so safe at night where that club is.
Yeah.
And I get nervous that it's like, do I want to be at a club where a lot of people, if you park like it's right, I think a block away from MacArthur Park.
Yeah. Which
I go do during the day, right? To go to isn't that where we go to our favorite Langers? Isn't it near there?
Yes.
But and then so part of me says you shouldn't be. You remember I used to be scared about walking over here?
Yes.
Then I realized it was not middle class Jewish guilt. It had nothing to do with that. It's too dark, and anybody with a brain would be scared unless you're there's no reason to walk in this neighborhood at night.
That's ridiculous, but okay.
How much walking have you done? Look, you're a tall man, don't forget.
Yeah.
You can deal with trouble.
Boy, can I.
So then I realized, no, you're scared of the dark is what it is.
Right.
But let's put it that way. I am scared of the dark.
All right. Fair enough.
Right. But should I be concerned that this area is so like not a sketchy area at night?
You should use common sense. You're a 60-year-old man. You know what's safe and what's not on a basic level.
No, but I mean, I could pick this room. Oh, see, I didn't even ask you the question. This is one of the rooms that could be the next particular show.
Right.
Room.
No, I was kind of.
You knew
I
that.
was filling that in. It wasn't like, should I ever do another set there? I didn't think that's what you were contemplating.
I mean, Meltdown, I had problems with parking-wise and stuff. I loved the room, but it wasn't the greatest for parking. But I feel like there's more going on in the Hollywoody area.
Yeah, but what are the venues that?
Oh, well, the Improv is asked. I don't think it could be I wouldn't mind at the Improv.
Would you, the Lab?
Maybe the Lab.
I think it's a Lab show.
Oh. Particular show. You know what? Oh, because it's a small room too, though. Well, I have to think about it.
But it's just a more. It's more conducive to fucking around.
What is this? Oh, sorry. That was not my fault. Normally, you would yell at me for being.
There was a little bug on his.
There was a bug, and I didn't realize it was real. I didn't think there were bugs in California. The same thing. I hope. Oh, baby! He just crushed a bug. And not only did he crush a bug, he had a look of total joy in his face.
It's just not true.
Okay.
But, speaking of which, Cy Amundsen was, when we were doing notes on the set, because I did a little bit of My Pillow Guy, of course, he's like, you could do 20 minutes of My Pillow Guy.
Right.
And he says, the way you light up when you do My Pillow Guy. And I go back to Loki. I'm like, yeah, Kindler always is busting me about when I light up when I'm doing impressions.
Yeah,
and
but this is a perfect
I said, I'm
one.
like Michigan J. Frog. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Ribbit.
Someone said, this is not my joke, but someone said it's funny that they named the network after the frog who didn't like to perform.
Right.
Wait a second. What were we just talking about?
We were talking about the
My Pillow
venue.
Guy.
No, we were talking about the venue actually.
Okay, but you say My Pillow, my pillows go up.
Yeah,
the warning pillows go up. This guy is starting to be.
This is what I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, but I'm saying he's starting to be. Everyone in the nation knows about him now,
right?
Because of his proximity to Trump.
Well, that's part of it. You know?
What else
well, it's also because he has commercials on a jillion times a day on every news channel, basically. So,
how big is this? This country has how many people in it?
300 million.
And you're telling me that the only thing at night people will buy is a stupid pillow and another pillow if you buy now?
No, it's the opposite. People don't buy stuff at night, so the time is cheap, and the MyPillow guy can buy a shit ton of ads.
He can buy a lot of ads, but shouldn't there be someone equally as annoying as him to come in and go, hey?
Well, there's the guy who fucking drives a screen door boat around with his rubber compound.
What is he doing?
That Flex Seal commercial.
Oh, and there's a guy who sounds like
I put a whole go-kart together with Flex Seal. Now look at me go. Woo!
I totally have seen that commercial and didn't know what it was for. I've heard
I covered an entire screen door with Flex Seal, then put it on the bottom of a boat. Now look at me go. Woo-hoo!
What is Flex Seal?
It's rubber. It's a rubber thing that it's a rubber compound that you apply as a liquid and it hardens into rubber.
If they had put a Flex Seal on the Titanic, they would have saved all those people drowning.
Yes. Now you're getting
what
it.
was that voice? He kind of sounds like the Australian guy who died, right?
It was, I don't know. It was just, I kind of think he just went for 100% sales enthusiasm and fill in your own guy.
But you know one of the OxyClean guys died.
Yeah.
Hey, put it over here. Take it over there.
Yeah.
Look at it on fabric.
The Flex Seal guy is a lot like the dead
but boring.
Billy something.
Yeah, that guy was good, though. That guy was like, no, he wasn't good.
Well, you know.
None of those people are good. And I would never buy a pillow from MyPillow.
No.
But I actively gets me angry.
I was actively warning the people of Minnesota about him trying to become governor. That was my mission.
Is that what he's doing?
Not yet, but I see it on the horizon. I was literally just warning them about him.
Well, he was at some kind of a
He
Trump.
was at Mar-a-Lago last week. Yeah.
Oh, my God. How did he get in?
The president loves his MyPillow. It's comb-over friendly. And it's machine washable, so the hooker pee comes right out.
The hook. Is this from your act that I'm going to be watching?
Yes.
Why did you? Why would someone have hooker pee on their MyPillow?
Because he hired hookers to pee on him in Russia.
Oh, Trump did. But
Yes.
Didn't this guy also have a jaded past where he was a drug dealer?
Oh, sure, I had a crack problem. It's well documented. But I prefer to think of it as a crack opportunity.
Oh, sure.
In fact, my patented fill is modeled after the way crack rocks nestle in a vial.
My patented fill was what I used to call in the 1987 when I would stick a half a gram of cocaine up my nose before we go out for the night.
That was your patented fill.
Yeah, it took me a long time to get there. It wouldn't be bad, right?
No.
Hey, there's some patented fill in the bathroom in those days. Was he into crack?
Oh, yes, just a bit.
How do you know this about? Is there
Because it's part of his lore. If you watch his infomercial, he will tell you the story of how he went from crack addict to pillow millionaire.
Are you telling me there's a longer version where he will say what
There
he did?
is a 1 hour version.
What does he say? Does he go,
It's a fake talk show where he is the guest of honor.
Who's interviewing him? Is it like Mike Douglas?
Like a local TV. You have to watch
How
it.
many people are in the audience, would you say?
He filled like the Ordway Theater in St. Paul. There's probably 1,500 people.
Oh.
It's unbelievable.
And there's testimonials?
Yeah. But it's all like, and we've talked about this before, unfortunately, but you have to watch it.
I will.
Go to MikeLindell.com and then push documentary. Documentary.
But you know what's weird though?
But it's all people who are like, yeah, Mike came to us, he had no credit, he didn't pay us for a long time, and then suddenly he came through, it's so Trumpy.
Next thing you know,
so Trump-like.
What happened to that guy who used to be addicted? Next thing you know,
and then like Joe Piscopo's on, and
now that's all you. If you had said that to me initially, I would have watched it 8 times by now. Is Piscopo on? Is he looking like he's buffed out, or you don't notice that?
It's not. Yeah, that's not the predominant feature anymore.
Okay, but what is he? So in other words, he got paid. If he didn't get paid, he is.
You got to assume he got paid. Yeah.
Yeah, Piscopo got a healthy chunk of change. Well, Piscopo is also a right wing guy.
Yeah. Well, Piscopo apparently, helped him come on his radio show and become a broadcaster.
What radio show does Piscopo have?
Yeah, some show in New Jersey.
Not.
Yes, he. Oh, yeah.
He does?
How could a guy like Joe Piscopo get a radio show?
Yeah, but does it go outside of his house?
I have no idea.
Piscopo.
But, and then Lindell this past week he wouldn't. I'm not pulling my ads off of Laura Ingram's show.
Oh, this is so good. I think I did hear something about this.
Yes.
And why did he say that? Because she's American.
Because
and I'm American.
I support Fox and all its values.
Oh my God! So he's so with the My Pillow guy is coming out against the kids in Parkland.
Well, if you put one and one together, he is. Yeah.
Hey, Mike Lindell, what are you going to do when you have to go to the mattresses? I don't know what that meant. I'm just so sickening. Oh my God, this is so great. And are people angry at him?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Now, how about Sleep Number Bed? I noticed that Sleep Number Bed was one of the ones that David Hogg put on the list.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but I don't think that I think Sleep Number Bed is sticking with the Laura Ingraham show. Have they or have they not?
I have no idea.
But you know why they would?
Because
we can't sell our stupid bed.
Because we're only worried about old people.
That's right. It's old people. I didn't even think about that. It's old, angry people. This bed's too soft. I think it's too hard. Can you give me a lady? I'll give the guy, and you give the lady who's old. This bed's too hard. This bed's too soft. I wish there was a way for me to adjust one side and have my wife be on the other side at a different setting.
I'm tired of sleeping with my head so low.
I guess there's no solution, though. I wish somebody would come by.
I could prop up a bunch of books. I'm not using them for anything else.
Wait, what did you say? There's a bed that has dials on it it gets harder and softer. How good is a bed, Josh, that you can adjust the softness of?
The times I've slept on them in hotels, not that great.
Oh, how would you have? See, I would think that'd be the last thing a Sleep Number bed would want to be is in a hotel because you have to adjust it, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you have two options? The vibration, what's it called? You know, like the beds that used to
the magic fingers.
Magic fingers and the softness?
No, just
Did you play with the softness at all?
Of course.
Could you feel it get harder and or softer? And I'm not talking about your penis.
Yeah, of course you can. But it's really loud. It was really, in the hotels I did, it was like, you switch it from 50 to 40. Like,
that's a sign of any good bed.
Yeah.
Is it makes it.
So at a certain point, you're just so glad it stops that it becomes your sleep number, I think.
The sleep number most
I can't
people
take
choose.
it anymore number.
That's right. Most people go harder because they just can't stand. No, they would go harder or they go softer because who knows? But the technology was what I questioned there. And I questioned it a lot. But it's going to be Sleep Number and Mike Lindell. Maybe there'll be a whole right-wing sleep industry.
Yes.
The other thing I noticed on these right-wing AM radio talk shows is not.
Do you listen to a lot of those?
I do, because I used to listen to Dennis Miller, and I listen to anybody. If I'm getting sleepy, I have a 50% more of a chance of getting in a car accident because of what I've had all these years without realizing it, which is daytime sleepiness, and I could get into an accident.
Right.
So I will turn on, when I'm getting sleepy at night when I'm coming home, I will turn on anybody annoying, like on the right wing, Mark Levin.
Yeah.
And they just go crazy. It wakes me right up.
That's good. When you can't have alertness, go with rage.
But they're always selling on those right-wing shows. They're always selling memory. Like that's something that right-wing people always want to be able to. How are they going to remember all their material? You go back to my PC.
Right.
Those type of things.
Yeah, because it's all old people. And that's
true.
what they're worried about.
Oh, my God. I think Fox, in our lifetime now, we are going to see. Of course, I always hope for this. I think we're seeing a real fucking, what's it called? Shift?
Sure.
Something?
Yeah. You went with fucking, and I thought you really were going to have a next word.
Sea change or something like that.
Okay.
Because I really think that these people, that people are really kind of aligning against, I don't even know what I'm saying. Just forget it. No, I think people are really, I think Trump is dead. He's gone now. I'm one of the people who said early on that I think he would be impeached early, but I'm wrong about so many things.
Yeah.
But
do you really think he can be impeached before
He will
November?
be gone before the end of the summer at the latest.
You think so?
Yes. Absolutely. What's he going to do now that every day, everybody's raiding every office of every person he's related to? I mean, I couldn't believe they went after Michael Cohen. I mean, of all the characters in this story who I really...
Hey. Michael
Jewish.
Cohen has other clients. It could be a coincidence.
That made me laugh so hard at the idea that it was a horrible thing to do because of his other clients. Can you imagine being Michael Cohen's other client? Hey, Michael. Yeah, I asked you if you could threaten that guy in Staten Island. Have you gotten...
They still haven't picked up my garbage.
Michael, remember when you said you would, that you would clean that guy's clock if he bothered me again?
Remember when you said you'd strong arm a dry cleaner for me?
Michael, you said for $3,000 you'd mail a fish head to my dentist? I don't know. Why do I do the same voice all the time? Oh, my God. This is going to be our best podcast ever if we're going by how much I'm enjoying myself.
Well, that's good.
Normally, during the podcast, I get into a sour mood and I try and sabotage it.
Yeah.
And I go, what is he saying? And I try and listen to what you're saying, and I get mad at myself for having to listen to what you're saying.
Wow, that's just not nice.
And then, but the good part is I get mad at myself.
I get mad at myself for having to listen to what you're saying.
No. I don't go that route. I go, you're a bad person, Andy. You should listen to, well, the truth is, I should listen to you more, and I have been. Right? I haven't, oh, you son of a bitch. I haven't done a thing like, I didn't know you collected figurines.
Again, doing examples of annoying things is a lot like being annoying.
It is exactly. I don't see how there's any benefit. Here's what I could do to derail the podcast. I don't want to do. Yeah. Every time you talked, I would do that, and that would derail the podcast.
Yeah.
Where does this come from?
I don't know. I'm hoping it's not the CPAP machine.
It is the CPAP machine.
Fuck.
You told my wife, you got so mad you told my wife, and he came here with a stevia drink with 150 milligrams of caffeine. She knows only you two, my wife, the people I spend most time with, and I don't really spend that much time with them, are you and my wife. I see my wife once a week, and I see you once a week.
That's good. Shared custody. That's the arrangement.
And, I don't know.
You don't know?
Oh.
No, it's the coffee machine turning off.
Oh, that's the evening coffee going off.
Yes.
Yeah. See, that's the thing where if you really want me not to comment, don't have a lot of bells and whistles.
I usually turn it off for that very reason.
Alexa, what time is it going to be in Greenwich tomorrow?
Don't be a dick.
Alexa, why am I Jewish?
I'm going to punch you.
He goes, look. Let's cut to the chase. I'm going to punch you in the face. All right. I could pretend to get more annoyed at your behavior, but I might go right for the pasha boom boom.
Yes. I've always loved that swift forehead punch.
Yeah. Do you know that I can shove your? I used to think that was amazing when you could shove your nose into someone's brain.
Yeah.
No, you don't shove your nose into their brain.
That's a tougher move.
Well, also, who wins?
Yeah, I've never heard an example of that actually happening. I've only been told that that's how you kill somebody is the butt of your fist up into someone's nose.
Well, now I have taken martial arts, as I always will tell you every time you bring up anything near it,
sure. And
I am sure that move is possible, and I'm sure that 95% of the time it will not do it. Like you can make a really big guy.
I did a whole bit in my act this week about the way we imagine ourselves behaving in times of danger. And how much credit we give ourselves that we shouldn't.
Right. Well, you're talking about yourself now. I'm very brave.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, first of all, I fear no man.
You fear all men. Yes.
And half the women. Love is a many splendid thing. Okay, now whenever you start talking, I'm going to say, love is a Now, why are you delighted by this much obnoxious behavior?
What makes you think I'm being delighted?
Well, because you are laughing a little bit.
Well, it's a sense of wonder more than it is.
Oh my God, very derisive.
Very derisive.
Don't you think I love that Josh Mankiewicz follows me because he follows you too?
Yeah.
And if Josh Mankiewicz likes Does he listen to our show? Probably not.
I don't think so. No.
Who would? He's hosting his own show with murder mysteries. And why would you listen to our show? There's no mystery in our show. When is someone going to kill me?
That's right. This whole show is about not having any mystery.
Well, he doesn't. Who's the guy who sounds the other guy? Keith. Well, everything was nice. Well, that's the way it should have ended. You know what I'm talking about? He's got a real
Keith Morrison.
Josh has a more like a he doesn't. The other guy, Keith, is like putting a lot of mustard on the hot dog.
Josh brings skepticism to the table.
Yeah,
where Keith brings sing-songiness.
Ooh,
yes.
Murder, murder, murder. That's the way he goes out the commercial. Murder, murder, murder. It's murder. Oh, someone got killed this week. We're going to solve it. That's the easiest gig on TV. It's that goddamn Dateline gig. Why can't I get that Lester Holt Dateline gig where all you do is you host? You don't even hosting the show. Right. You go, tonight on Dateline.
I'm going to toss to somebody else's work.
How much money is that? Probably not that much money.
I think it's probably that he throws it in with the nightly news.
Oh, well, they have a couple of people. Oh, you're probably right. He probably, unbelievable. How come no one's looked into that controversy?
It's like Steve Higgins. You know, he does the SNL gig, then he just walks downstairs to be a sidekick to Fallon.
Unbelievable. Do you talk to him about doing both shows?
I have years ago, but I haven't.
Not since he was Jimmy Fallon. Since he was the sidekick too?
Well, when he was the sidekick on the post post Tonight show, the late night.
You know, the thing is, there's no way I could be on two shows, even if I wasn't doing anything on either show.
Yeah.
Because I would favor one show. Or I would think one show would be, I would get in my mind that one show was more, no, I would say both are important, and then all I would do is worry all week about how I'm not working on either show.
Yeah.
How would you handle it? Wait for the offer to come in? And then
yeah, I think I'll play the cards as they're dealt.
Well, that's how
I don't spend a lot of time worrying about how I'd react to starring in two shows. That's what I was going to say about I don't remember what it was about, but I was talking, never mind.
No, I blew it.
No, you didn't.
But I could have.
I just couldn't quite reconnect it to where I off-ramped.
Yeah, because of the constant yelling in your ear.
Maybe that.
The annoying, would you say I'm a nattering nabob of negativity? And please identify the person who said that.
It was McNamara, wasn't it?
It was Spiro Agnew.
Yes.
These nattering nabobs of negativity. And that guy got in trouble? Don't you feel like Spiro Agnew is someone, well, for you even more, it was like someone like you couldn't even put your mind into what that could have been, Spiro Agnew. The name sounds crazy.
Yeah.
He had no distinguishable personality except I think he was, not, trying to get money all the time.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I've only seen him in clips. He was, I was way too young for it to be. I remember Nixon, but I don't remember Spiro Agnew as a little kid.
And I remember Nixon, because I watched all of the Watergate hearings. It was the greatest summer of my life.
Yeah.
I think I told you this. I like to watch that, and I love to watch Fischer-Spassky.
Really?
Yeah, I watched the entire Fischer-Spassky chess match.
Did you understand what was going on?
Somewhat. Here's the thing. I told someone this last week. I was a good enough chess player to be pretty good, and then to just get enraged at the fact that I knew that I could never be good enough to go further with it unless I put 7 to 10 hours a day, and then still I wouldn't be as good.
So that's kind of your story with everything.
It is true. Except
I couldn't be the best in the world without effort.
That's it.
So off I go.
I think you have absolutely diagnosed my initial problem.
Yeah.
Which was like, don't tell me I can't do it. Andy, you don't have a body of a ballet dancer? That was a sincere laugh.
It was.
For a second.
Yeah, well, that's all you get from me. I'm not a generous man, Andy.
Oh, are you talking about your lovemaking again?
I'm talking about all facets.
Wow.
Did we hit the wall? Did we hit the go to questions wall?
I think it's time to go to questions. But not only that, we deserve to go to questions.
You think?
Now.
All right.
Well, how long have we done so far? Don't say.
I don't know exactly.
Don't say it.
Okay.
Well, you don't know. That's the easy way
of
not saying it. We get letters. Oh, I can't do that song. How's our merch selling?
It can't be well.
We can't be well.
No.
And how's
but we'll have black shirts soon, and I expect everyone to jump in then at Zazzle.com/thought_spiral.
Oh, at checkout, put Andy at checkout, and most of the money will go to me.
And I'll go, who?
Who? Ow.
All right.
Here we go.
We're going in.
I hope we have enough before this decision to go in.
God, I hope so too.
Oh, my God.
Oh, the disappointment will spread throughout the land.
Oh, the grudges will hold.
Let's go with, I'm going kind of randomly. Let's go with Tommy Barcanero. Andy and Josh, what are your favorite vacation destinations?
Oh, that is a good one. Do you have anything that sticks
I like
out?
cities. I mean, that's always I always like to go to a city and walk around is my favorite thing. And
I would pick London then.
I like London. I really loved Hong Kong. I really love Chicago.
See, why do you have to embarrass me in front of the listeners? Oh, I've been to Hong Kong. You know I haven't been to Hong Kong.
It's not a big deal. I was just directing a movie there.
I wouldn't even have been there if I wasn't working on my movie.
I directed a movie in Tokyo. Didn't like that much.
You had a problem with Japan. Not just the whole, not the culture.
Just the vibe. Just the vibe felt like everyone was withholding something.
And we've talked about this before, right?
I think so, yeah.
Where when they get drunk, they go nuts.
Go, wow. What about you?
Oh.
Vacation? Do you like beach? Do you like that kind of thing? Do you like, can you relax?
We got married in La Jolla.
Right, I remember.
So La Jolla would be a perfect weekend for me. I love to go to like beach areas, like not to go in the ocean. I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
But we would go down to Laguna. Our anniversary at the Surf and Sand.
Yeah.
Which is a great hotel in Laguna Beach. So I think that's what I would normally do. Go to a beautiful like Carmel or go to some kind of beachy area.
We've done a lot of Big Sur over the years.
Ooh, and that's kind of long to get there.
It's a long time to get there, and the thing we've done recently is the exact opposite. We've gone to the Malibu Beach Inn.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Which is right on the water and 45 minutes away instead of 7 hours away.
That's a really cool thing.
And it's super expensive, but you go for a night or two and you feel like you've been away, and then you come home.
Now, when you say super expensive, it's a couple hundred? Is Malibu you're telling me if I wanted a nice suite in Malibu, it's going to be $500? No. 4? Up? Wow. What are you, the king coming? I mean, where did you?
That's how Allison.
That's how you roll.
That's how we've always liked to vacation is act like we're made of money for 2 nights.
That's a very, very good thing, except in Vegas if you went there and lost all your money.
Yeah, I don't do it with the gambling, but I would spend a bunch of money on a hotel room in Vegas if we're going for a couple nights.
And you wouldn't gamble at all, or just
I wouldn't go to gamble.
Right.
I don't have a problem stopping gambling because I think it's stupid very quickly.
Not me. Susan and I are lifers.
But I like comfort for money is a good trade for me.
I think it actually, in a way, it makes it seem like you're rich beyond your wildest dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
because
those 2 days.
I like my house. So it takes a lot for me to want to leave.
Yeah.
So that's what, going to a hotel that I would stay in on the road at a club has no appeal to me. Because it feels immediately like a cage.
Yes.
So I'd much rather go somewhere where I feel this is so much better than home.
Then why I've heard you're doing how come every week I come over you're doing the Airbnb thing and I have to meet a stranger every week on the way into
I'm auditioning kids.
I don't even know what Airbnb is.
No?
I've heard of it. But it sounds wrong to me. It's like it's the thing that Scott Pruitt uses to get
if only
$50 a night.
Yes.
You only pay for that's the only deal I'll have in the most ritzy area of Washington. I'll pay you $50 a night, but I'm not paying for the nights I'm not there. That's the only deal I will have with
exactly. You. I know you're a lobbyist.
I know you're a lobbyist. But
that's why I want to keep it on the up and up like this.
Yes, you have no cases currently in front of me, right?
No, it's just you're just environmental people.
Okay, well that's generally.
Right.
I'm friendly to, I would have destroyed the environment regardless of the condo you gave me.
But, laying on the beach. I like looking at the ocean. I don't like laying on the beach.
I can't do that. Susan could do that, but we don't want to do it. But I do enjoy sitting in a rocking chair near the beach.
Yoshi Yamamoto wants to know, Andy, how excited are you about the prospect of a Jewish quarterback on the Jets who can actually play? Talking about Josh Rosen for non-sports heads.
No, all of a sudden you got me excited. I don't follow. I'm a huge Jet fan. I'm a huge Mets fan, but I don't follow it until it looks like. No, I watch every football game. The Mets, I don't really watch them until I can see. I do a little bit, but I don't let myself get excited till the All-Star break. But now you have me excited that there's a Jewish quarterback, and all I can think of is the joke about Jewish quarterbacks,
which is
Jewish quarterbacks. They want to become quarterbacks to get the quarterback.
Oh, it's a cheap joke. Okay.
Oh, they play football to get the quarterback.
That's so it should be a lineman.
Right, but in any case, you must mock the Jews. I'm very excited. His name is what?
Josh Rosen.
And where's he from?
From.
Oh, I thought they said the college.
No.
I am excited, Yoshi.
Good. They played. I was in Minneapolis last week, and the Twins played in 27-degree weather.
Oh, wait a second!
It's still fucking winter there. Was huge snowstorm the day I got there.
Are you kidding me? Was it trouble getting around, or they were not that bad?
It wasn't too bad, but it was. It was big. It was my first snowstorm being a bald man, which is not a good feeling.
So I've never lived in a town where it could snow in April.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's not New York City. This ain't your father's place. This isn't your father's place to go.
This isn't your father's climate.
This isn't your father. Sorry, Dad.
So yeah, 27 degrees.
How are the Twins doing this year? Do they? I
don't know. They canceled the next game, I think.
Babies. Wait, do they play indoors?
Hey, better, hurry the fuck up, better. No, they play outside. It wouldn't be a story.
Oh, well, I'm glad that they didn't go with a dome on the indoors, because sometimes climates like that, they might go with a dome.
They had a dome for, 30 years.
Oh, they played in the old football stadium?
In the Metrodome, yeah.
Oh, that must not have been that fun.
It wasn't good. It wasn't a good baseball park. Seth Dick III, have you been to many national parks?
I've been to a few. I've been to Los Angeles. I've been to Wrigley Field.
Not National League parks. National parks.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have been. I've been to Yosemite, which is my favorite national park, many times. I love it there.
Yeah.
And that's about all. Is in California I've been in. Oh, no. I drove cross country. I saw Zion. I saw Bryce Canyon. So when I drove out here many, many years ago, that's the only time I've seen like the Grand Canyon and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much same. It's all only stuff, aside from Mount Rushmore. But
I have seen Mount Rushmore.
That's a national monument, I guess. But
have you seen that?
Yeah.
What were you had to specifically go to South Dakota to?
Well, I saw it with my parents when I was a kid, and I saw it when I was on the road as a comic, too.
It's kind of cool, I think. I can't remember what it looks like. If you're impressed by it when you see it.
Yeah, sure.
Look at those big heads.
Yeah, something like that.
You say, how'd they do that?
Where's the gift shop?
Where's the gift shop? I could have done.
I'd like to see those heads in water with snow.
My kid could do that. I could do that. I like when people look at art that way. They like art that they couldn't do. I couldn't do it, therefore I like it.
Right. So yeah, that's our national park chunk. Brian R. says, putting my 4 years of German in high school 18 years ago to use, I'm pleased to inform you Andy was right in show 48. Zeit equals time, Geist equals ghost. Not to be undone, Josh was correct in the pronunciation of Schadenfreude. I think I've done some real good here.
I think he has. But I don't remember being right, though.
I don't remember an argument about Zeitgeist.
No, I do remember saying Zeit from the word this and Geist, but I don't remember getting it right. or even close to right. Zeit from the word time?
I just don't remember arguing about the pronunciation.
Oh, no, just the second word.
Okay.
Because I probably asked you, how do you pronounce it? Is it Schadenfreude? I still don't know.
It's Schadenfreude.
Freude, not Freuden.
Right.
Does it bring back?
Yeah, it does. Good. But I'm still trying to figure out the part where I'm wrong.
He said you were right about what?
I said I'm pleased to inform you that Andy was right and show. Oh, maybe it wasn't. Maybe you were just right, but not. We
wasn't
weren't
a big
arguing.
argument.
Yeah. Okay.
It looked like I was pulling it out of my my wazoo.
Your pupik?
Pupik is a great Yiddish word.
It is. Plymouth Jim, the My Pillow guy is proud of his advertising on Laura Ingram's show. Will not pull his ads. You think it's because his pillows are white?
I like to make that. I would love to make a KKK reference to him. Did you know that he is the number one supplier of pillows to the KKK? No, I don't want to get in trouble or sued. I'm sure he's not like that right wing.
No. Keith in Full Gear wants to know, Josh, how often did AFV, America's Funniest Home Videos, get NSFW videos that clearly couldn't air sent to them? I asked for a guitar store owning friend. Also, I would love to hear the story. Taylor's Tone was the name of the guitar store. He put that in. I almost went. I almost went, hey, you're trying to put a plug in. I'm like, why the fuck do I care? Yeah.
Why are you casting aspersions? Now, what is NSF thing? What is it?
Not safe for work.
Huh?
Not safe for work.
Oh, okay.
Meaning dirty.
Oh, I see. I see.
Also, I would love to hear the story of the fun but sadly short-lived Kids Court revival. Paul Provenza was on the original? No, different Kids Court.
It was it just happened to be named the same.
Yeah.
There was that had actual kids as the judges or something.
Yeah, it was a whole different
I had so much fun doing it, and I thought for sure this is going to get picked up because it was good.
Yeah.
I was sure it was going to get picked up. You probably
I get picked up at least as a fucking web show.
I know. It is a web show.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm surprised we didn't get to make more. But
I told you I'm up for a web award, right? Yeah, I did tell you that.
No.
Yeah, I said I'm up for an acting award on the web.
Oh, yes, you did.
Yeah,
congratulations.
No one's talking about it so much. I should be I should be campaigning for it.
Absolutely. I think full page ad.
LA Web movies.
Yeah. That could be a life changer.
End of this month. I'll give out the date when I know when I'm going to get the. I hope I get the award.
So yeah, it wasn't a revival of Paul Provenza. It was a show that Mike Rotman and I can't remember
Jane Edith Wilson
Wilson came up with,
and Gary
and her husband.
Her husband was involved.
And actually he asked me to just kind of help write because it was you, and he knew we were friends. And then I said, I think they had like a kid as the bailiff who wasn't going to do anything, and I was like, because you and I had done the puppet and Andy thing before at a show called Cartoon Dump, which was Frank Conniff's show. In fact, I'm thinking I just found the recording of that Cartoon Dump set.
How would you? Oh, you probably.
It came up on my iPod in my car, and so maybe I'll play some of that. Maybe for the anniversary show coming up.
When's our anniversary show?
In like 3 weeks or something.
Are you kidding
1 year
me?
anniversary. This is episode 49.
That's extremely surprising to me.
Yes.
It does not seem like a year has gone by.
I know, it's crazy. I'm sure if you're listening, it feels like a fucking year's gone by. But
what a rags to no riches story.
The other question that Keith asked about the AFV thing, we didn't get as many not safe for work clips as you'd think.
I don't know what you're talking about. Did you ask?
He asked about how many not safe for work clips do we get on AFV.
And I didn't even know what AFV was.
That's why I said America's Funniest Home Videos
now
afterwards.
I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back, Josh.
Wow.
I'm back, Josh.
Yeah, okay.
Did you ever get just tapes of people having affairs or something like that?
Occasionally you'd get a weird sex tape, but it wasn't as frequently as you'd think. The weirdest tape we ever got was a tape of like this sort of probably late 60s hillbilly woman giggling madly while she took a shit in a Kentucky Fried Chicken bucket.
That is the worst
because
thing.
Someone was in the bathroom using it and she couldn't wait, and her daughter decided, I'm going to film my mother while she does this embarrassing thing and then send it into a television show.
That is the worst anecdote. You never do. If you're on panel, never. That's an anecdote that will make people stop watching television.
That was my favorite. Completely inappropriate tape. It was so awful.
And how did it go over on the show? Oh God,
it did not go on the show. But
did you ever open up things like you were the first person to open it, or that wouldn't be?
Well, no. I mean, there were screeners too, so it wasn't like we were the first line of defense. But they tend, if something crazy came in, they showed it to us. The other crazy stuff you get is like people who just really hurt the shit out of themselves.
Right.
That you just can't show.
Were you there? Were you working there when that comic hit the audience member over the head
with a guitar?
Yeah, that would never have been sent in, right?
No, it should have been sent in, but.
Well, someone's going to need a tune-up.
Sorry, folks, he came at me. Boo!
Boo! No, he didn't.
All right, show's over.
And I told you, the last thing you hear in that, before it goes to...
That was uncalled for.
He goes, I want my money back.
Oh, is it?
You hear someone say that. That was uncalled for. I want my... Can you imagine going to a show where you saw someone be hit over the head with a guitar, and your biggest problem would be that you want a refund?
Yes. In a bad hotel ballroom.
Right.
Larry Morrissey wants to know, on Kids Court, did Josh operate the bailiff puppet? Yes, I did. Any funny stories of working with the kids on the show? Not really, because they were kind of handled, But
right.
the one weird thing I realized is the kids were interested in the puppet, so I took the puppet out into the gallery where the kids were.
Oh, so that was fun.
It was fun, but it also reinforced the crazy power of puppets. Because even with me standing there holding it, they will still talk to the puppet as if it's real and ignore the human holding it and talking to them completely. They're captivated by the puppet and talking to it.
Well, I will always remember my whole life fooling that little girl and getting her to admit.
Yes.
To me, that's like my greatest achievement as a judge.
Yes.
Is to get this, trip up this 5-year-old or 6-year-old. Which arm did you use for when you made it look like his ass? And she pointed to it.
Yes.
And then she was like, and still she tried to claim, you don't have proof though.
All right. It's gold. Go check it out. Check out the episodes of Kids Court on YouTube.
She's still in jail, that woman.
She should be. For a long damn time.
Because that was the main thing. I really feel like a lot of these, what they're called cute stunts of kids, should be punished by law. But remember there was one like, she wouldn't share her food with me or something like that?
Yeah, that was the worst one, I think. Let's see.
It's my food.
Perush wants to know anything planned for the first year anniversary of the test show on May 11th.
And what did you plan?
I haven't planned anything, but I'm thinking maybe playing that the cartoon dump.
That'd be good.
Dumpster Diver Dan, Andy Kindler.
What a treat! Also,
because that is the origin, I think, of the show in terms of our collaboration.
That's true.
It's the first time we ever improv'd on stage together.
That's exactly. We'll be seen years from now when the Steve Allen Theater is turned into a museum.
The Steve Allen Theater is the setting for that show Barry. That on
I
HBO.
haven't seen that show yet. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's fun. It's
I
good.
want to watch it. I love Bill Hader.
But the whole one of the major settings is at the Steve Allen Theater.
But it doesn't look like a theater. Was it?
It looks like the Steve Allen Theater.
Oh, okay. I don't know what the plot. I got to figure out he's a hitman or something with that.
He's a hitman taking acting lessons. Yeah.
I like that concept.
There you go. Kenny Loggins III. It's now my mission to get Kenny Loggins to send a tweet to Thought Spiral.
Well, Kenny Loggins,
because you keep asking if it's really Kenny Loggins.
Me.
Yeah,
Kenny Loggins.
Oh my God!
I don't want to brag.
The real Kenny Loggins or Kenny Loggins
the real
III?
Kenny Loggins follows me, and I've told that story a million times, right? About seeing them in Binghamton, and I loved Fleetwood Mac. I loved Kenny Loggins with Jim Messina sitting in. I loved them so much, too much, in fact. And they were good, but not that good. And they came and just played medley. They came to my city in Binghamton.
Yeah.
And they were with your angry Vahiva la ba ba. Everything was a medley.
Really? That's no fun.
That's terrible.
That's no fun. That's variety show bullshit.
Yeah. In Binghamton. You'd think they would have they do a medley for Binghamton? Terrible. But anyway, I'm not sure. I tweeted to him. I don't know if you remember me in the crowd. I said, in 1977. He did not, but then he followed me. You're
You're not snoring as well now that you're on the CPAP. C. Cunningham Winnick.
Hey, how's a baby snore? Have you ever seen a baby?
C. Cunningham Winnick wants to know, hey guys, love the show. I'm one of the fans who used to follow Andy Kindler around to other podcasts, and now I'm a fan of J. Elvis Weinstein. But Josh, heads up, when I checked out your Wikipedia page, I noticed there's no mention of Thought Spiral. Gonna update?
What the hell happened?
No, I'm not gonna. I've never touched my Wikipedia page.
I have to remove a lie.
Have you?
Yeah, when they said that I was that guy in professional wrestling.
Ah.
So, yeah, that's the only time.
Yeah, I don't even know how to make it.
It's very easy, which makes you suspicious.
Yeah. I don't like what's written on my Wikipedia page all that much, but I've never cared enough to.
You can never.
do anything.
If you do end up, like, I Google alert my name.
Do you?
And it feels good for about a couple seconds, but the more you get into that whole, there's no winning in that whole game.
No, I tried to stop chasing myself around the internet a long time ago. When we started doing Cinematic Titanic, and there was like lots of action.
Right.
I got way too into it, and
you mean like arguing with people?
No, just looking for what people are saying. Any comment that included me, I was interested in. And
if I did that, I would probably jump off a building in about an hour.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing but like Reddit sections of like, this guy's funny. If this guy's funny, how come I'm not a comedian?
There's Reddit sections about how much I suck. About Mystery Science Theater. There's plenty of Josh. There's plenty of Josh sucks energy out there.
Yeah, there's got to be so much because it's not. You make the mistake sometimes of thinking that the trolls, they have a good basis for what they're coming after, but they're just trying to get to you in a lot of ways.
Yeah. So, and there was bad energy. There was some bad MST juju, and they were doing the reboot. Kickstarter, and I was sort of tweeting from outside, kind of,
Yeah. Were you being like
I was being like
supportive?
No, I was being gently ribbing of things occasionally, but not unsupportive. Just I wasn't participating. So anything that I said looked like I was being a douche to people who were hyper.
So you came off looking like, these kids with their guns.
Yeah, but when you actually looked at the tweets,
I'm doing a good job.
And then people started really spewing vitriol at me, and I had to start blocking people and just going, "Look, you fuckers, I'm a comic. I'm not,
Oh, they were mad at you. Like,
they were mad at me for not
putting it down or something, or
as if I was bashing on it, which I never was.
Oh God, get over yourself, Mystery Science Theater fans.
So. It's been that whole thing has been an interesting path because I was there was a whole long period of time where I had absolutely no contact with fans,
right?
And then when Cinematic Titanic happened, I was put back into the story essentially, and then had lots of contact with fans, but there was so long where that wasn't.
Right.
Part of my experience with MST the way it was for everybody else.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Until Cinematic Titanic, so then there was already a lot of cultish stuff about the show.
There was cultish stuff about the show, but I had sort of been written out of the history in a lot of ways. And then, when the story started getting retold, I was written back into the history. And
maybe I should shoot a documentary of the series of the show.
Oh, dude.
What's Jim Mallon's?
I want to tell this story so much.
No, let's get behind the scenes of the scenes.
Yes. Yeah. So so it's been a weird journey from being sort of
he sucked
to people actually being supportive and generous again.
Yeah. Well, definitely the ones that you really want to stay away from if you're squeamish is anything like on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's a
ghetto.
It's just, there's no reason for them to go on unless they hate you.
All right. What else have we got here? Tweet Bahara. Josh, I'm sure you know, but Edward G. plays Dathan in the Ten Commandments. He sees Joshua kill Vincent Price. Do you think Moses really existed?
First of all, do you know the Dathan thing?
Yeah.
That was a character.
That was the character he played. Yeah. I don't think the biblical character was named Vincent Price, however. So
I don't know if you've done any research on this. I've done a little bit of
you did some research, see? Yeah.
And the current thinking is that there probably wasn't a Moses. Have I said that already on the show?
No.
That it just represents not a specific person. But Jesus did, the consensus is that Jesus was someone who did live as Jesus.
Yeah.
But Moses, they say, is an amalgam. Although people who, it's hearsay.
Yeah.
But a lot of people do remember someone around Moses going, nah. They remember that sound.
I remember that, yeah. But it was in Hebrew.
Did he say in the movie? Saying, Yahweh. Yeah, where's your Yahweh? I'll show you Yahweh.
Where's your Moses now?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
He doesn't really say, where's your Moses now, does he?
I don't think so, no. I don't think so.
I always mix Cagney. I don't mix them up, but Cagney's like, say. Yeah, say. And Edward G's like, what's the difference between Edward G and Cagney? You killed my dirty rat.
You guess.
Yeah, thanks for killing my dirty rat.
You killed my dirty rat.
Jimmy?
Jimmy Stewart.
I killed your dirty rat, you see?
Oh, we could have made a meal out of this.
Mary.
Mary.
Where's my rat? I was saving it for dinner.
Merry Christmas, you old savings and loan.
It's building a loan. Come on.
Oh, Merry Christmas, you old building a loan. Merry Christmas to you, National Bank. Merry Christmas, Bank of America. You've done a great job. Merry Christmas, Wells Fargo. Thank you for the 8 checking accounts.
And Merry Christmas to you, too, in jail.
You said, what did he say? You said.
You once called me a warp-frustrated old man. What are you but a warp-frustrated young man? Miserable little clerk crawling in here on your hands and knees with nothing but a $500 equity in a life insurance policy. You're worth more dead than alive.
Oh, my God. No. I know. How can you follow that? Ooh.
Emilio Fox.
Hi, Emilio Fox. He owns Fox TV.
He won't?
Who? He ho.
Why do you own Fox?
Is this what we're going to be 5 years from now? We're just going to be he
Just noises. Just a bunch of old...
65 degrees in the morning, too. Boom, I'm Kiki. I'm cuckoo.
Speaking of which, Emilio Fox has a request. Foster Brooks as the Price is Right mountain climber. I would never climb a big rock like that. You can fall. I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Is that close enough?
It's very good. I just realized, though, that Forrest Brooks had to arbitrarily pick something that wasn't really that much more difficult to say than the just outside Rochester.
Yeah, you're good at it, though.
Thank you.
Yeah. Michelle Weiscarver wants to know, so glad the CPAP is helping Andy sleep. Is it just me, or are you less forgetful? I think you might be a little
I might be a little less forgetful.
Tonight, not so great. But in general.
No, not tonight, not so good, because I started to trick myself. But yes, everything is better.
Good. Josh, is there anywhere I can buy the cinematic Titanic theme? I want it as my ringtone, a la Frank Conniff in CT, Blood of the Vampires.
Who wrote the theme?
I did.
Oh, why didn't you tell me that? So you're making a lot of money on the cinematic Titanic.
I am not making any money on it. It's not on iTunes, sadly, she says. Yes. In fact, I'll play it for you right now.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Hold on. You want to actually hear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
How come I don't know it offhand? Is it like this? Cinematic Titanic, it's coming at you on the ocean. We're going to ad-lib to movies.
It's like that. It's close.
I hit an iceberg. Yes, and...
First, here's the demo version I made myself.
great song.
That's all. That was all me doing voices. That was
doing voices,
100%
right?
me singing parts.
Oh, that is so good. Did you use a thing to make your voice high?
No, that was just all me singing. But part of it was I actually sang through a trombone part. So I was going through an actual trombone, so it had a horn sound.
You rented out a trombone?
And then this is what the final. Then I sent that off to Gary Stockdale.
Oh, the great Gary Stockdale,
who actually arranged it.
He's an atheist. Sorry.
And this is what it came out as.
What a great thing. What a
Thank
great
you.
thing that is.
Thank you very much.
From stem to stem. I love that. Stem to stem.
I was trying to do very Henry Mancini.
Yeah, but ba-da-da-da.
It's somewhere between Peter Gunn theme and the Man from U.N.C.L.E. theme.
Right, but not enough to be sued.
Right, exactly.
What's the Man from U.N.C.L.E. go like?
I can't remember.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da.
I was just trying to impress Frank Conniff,
Ooh.
who loves Man from U.N.C.L.E. So there you go.
Which one?
If you can't get it from there,
What are you going to do?
then
DM you?
Then DM me and I'll send you an MP3.
And if you DM me, I will respond within 3 years.
So there, look at all the music we put into this show.
Oh, you know, a lot of
Between
people
Karen and this.
Karen. A lot of people are thinking we're kind of our show is about the next best thing to a musical,
Yes, it is the next best thing to a musical.
which isn't necessarily good.
Right. Is what I'm saying.
I figured you were saying. I just want to make it clear to all the naysayers out there. 65.
The Mark Burke says, Thought Spiral, you should do everyone like this from now on. I imagine he means stoned like last week.
Yeah, but now you said, look, I thought that was going to be like we'd get a reaction when Aldous Huxley came out with Brave New World.
Yeah.
I thought it would be like
that's the
all
only
over.
comment about the fact that we did that last week. So.
No comment. That's the only one.
That's the only
I
one.
thought maybe like not since Timothy Leary have I seen two men explore the spiritual ego.
I think the general consensus was not that different.
Not that different. I'm stone cold sober tonight, and look at this.
I know.
You can tell?
I'm looking for a middle ground after tonight.
It'd be funny if like, yeah, you know, I remember I said don't get high. Well, I think that's not working either. Maybe somewhere in the middle. Maybe you should be slightly goofy.
Maybe.
What do you think? I'll go any way you want. You want more of that? You want more of it, or you want less of it? You know me.
I don't know. I think we're out of questions.
Oh, well, I got a question for you.
Well,
when the hell are you going to straighten up and fly right? Why don't you write music for our questions?
Because I don't want to.
I don't want to.
We're
not going to. We don't want to be that show.
I don't want to be that show. I don't want stings.
Well, you know what?
Want...
Mission accomplished so far.
Yes, exactly. And it's a year almost.
Hey, you don't want to have guests? Nice going.
Thank you. Don't want to build an audience thanks to
Perfect.
people's audiences coming along with them.
Right.
Nailed it.
Although we're very close, fingers crossed, to getting some big endorsement deals with a pot shop. Hi, you're listening to Thought Spiral, brought to you by Gazagonga Weed. Smoke it, smoke it, smoke it. Gazagonga. And also by Flex Seal. Hey, I can't fix it. Did you try Flex Seal? I haven't yet. Well, then you don't know, do you? Woo! And also by Esso Oil. Ethyl Oil. Esso Oil. And also by Ford Ranger. I want a Ford Ranger. I like driving.
Wow.
And also,
he backed away with such smugness.
by Yoo-Hoo.
Nailed it.
By Yoo-Hoo. Not the drink. Just someone who
Just
goes,
the expression.
Yoo-Hoo!
Wow, that was loud. Okay. Hey, if you want to get a hold of us during the week, write us at thoughtspiralshow@gmail.com. If you want to do something nice for us, go and rate us and review us on iTunes.
That would be nice.
Or buy a shirt from us at Zazzle.com.
Oh, you're really saying the shirts are out?
The white shirts are out, yeah.
They've been
mugs,
out for a while.
The shirts and the mugs.
I want a muscle shirt.
There's new stuff coming.
Is there a muscle shirt?
I've been working on getting the logo made so we can do black shirts. So
you know what would be great? A fanny pack. What would be the worst kind? Would be making it too big? Would be the worst kind?
Maybe some leg warmers too.
I don't know. I really now I can't think of anything but having a fanny pack. That would be a dream come true. If I saw someone with a thought spiral. What's that odd looking thing on your? You mean my thought spiral fanny pack?
Dreams might come true.
Well, I just want to say I have always predicted the shows. If I say it's a good one, you can bet 50-50 it might be bad. But now I guarantee you this last show is the best show, depending on the editing. This show tonight that we're recording right now, if you don't ruin it in the editing, is the greatest show I've ever. If it's not the greatest show, it's because you cut out some of the best parts.
Right. Like the ending.